Okay, hello, and welcome to the weather update. It's October 6th, 2019, and we're looking at a satellite image from yesterday to show you we had a beautiful day yesterday, except along the Jersey Shore in the southern half of New Jersey. Now, yesterday I did go to New Jersey, but I took a hike in this area here. So where it was clear over here in this area, you see where it was clear, is where I took a hike in a nice little park, well, preserve actually. It's really nice. That'll be a separate video, obviously. But we had a beautiful day yesterday. I hope you got a chance to enjoy it. Further south, there were some clouds around, but it was a really nice day all around. So let's look at the current conditions outside right now, and we're going to first start off with Farmingdale. Actually, no, we're going to first start off with West Hampton because it was very cold last night in parts of our area. So as far as right now, 67, we have a south wind at 13, gusting to 21, and the dew point is up to 57. But if we go to last night, you will see it got down to 33 degrees in West Hampton. So it got pretty chilly last night in West Hampton, as it does in the Pine Barrens. You can see it was a clear day, 59 degrees was the high. And if we go and we look at Farmingdale, you'll see 67 south wind at 16, gusting 25. So very strong south winds today. And yesterday it got up to 59 as well. So 59, nice low dew points all around. Clouds did wind up rolling in the evening in Farmingdale. So they rolled in from like south to north, the way those clouds rolled in. It was kind of interesting, actually. And we'll look at the area where I was in New Jersey yesterday. I'll see if I could find an airport as close to where we were. Let's see, it was Somerville. Okay, that's so as you can see, we had clear skies. Got a little warmer there, 62, because you're in New Jersey. But clear skies, you can see all through. So that's where we were. But if we go and we looked at further south, you will see that it wasn't clear. So if we go and we look close at Tom's River, you will see that it wasn't clear at all. So first it's warmer there, no surprise. 71. Dew point's a lot higher too, 66 degree dew point. And you can see they had mostly cloudy skies all day in Tom's River yesterday. So Tom's River was stuck in the clouds for the most part. But just further north, like I said, if you go further north, let's say north of the Ocean Monmouth line, it was much clearer. So Ocean County, obviously, wasn't the place to be in New Jersey, but there are other Pine Barrens in New Jersey that, believe it or not, are further north, which you'll find out. So let's look at the radar, and you will see here that we have some showers that are to our west here. Probably not going to rain today, but we do have the chance of rain increasing as we go on through the forecast. So again, here's your satellite, stuck in the clouds, of course. You can see all those clouds. So let's look at the models and see what's going to be happening this week. And I do feel a sneeze coming on, so I might sneeze. Let's take a look at that, and you will see this high moves away, and then we have this cold front approaching. And this will bring the chance for rain tomorrow night into Tuesday. But the problem is now we have a low trying to form off the coast. And this was just in the past couple of runs. That originally we were supposed to clear out and have nice weather. But now we have this low forming. And we don't know if this is going to be somewhat tropical in nature or not. But it's going to get pretty deep. And it's just going to sit off the coast for a couple of days before moving out. So unfortunately, that means that we're not going to clear out. That's going to keep the chance of clouds. And, well, we do need some rain, but the problem is, as that sneeze, the problem is we may not see much rain. It may stay offshore. We may be just stuck in the clouds. So, but the concern is we have this low forming, and we still have warmer than normal ocean temperatures in that area. So let's take a closer look at the region here. And I feel like I'm going to... Excuse me. Time of the year. Take a closer look here, and you'll see on the GFS that this front comes through, and it kind of just gets hung up offshore. and then this low forms. And depending on where it is, we may get some much needed rain. Remember, we're still in a rainfall deficit. But the low then just sits here. Again, it's kind of cut off, and it kind of just sits there and then moves away. So we're going to have to see exactly what happens here, and the structure of this low too we're going to have to look at. So let's go and look at the NAM model. That's a little more of a, we'll go to the 12 kilometer NAM, alright, because it's got a little more of a high resolution. Now the NAM had a different solution last night. Let's see if it's starting to come into agreement with the GFS. So this is as far out as it goes. It does keep the low a little further away. As you will see there, it does keep it a little further away. But that's interesting to see, and it's very unusual. Now it hasn't formed yet, but again, this could be like maybe a tropical system. Who knows? It wouldn't surprise me with the water temperatures offshore that we could see that. That's why we had those clouds over New Jersey yesterday, because the waters were warmer off the southern half of New Jersey, and you had that cool water air blowing off across that warmer water, picking up moisture, because we had a northeast to east wind yesterday. So, alright, that doesn't really go far enough out, unfortunately, for us to see what's going to happen. So let's go back to GFS here. And what I do want to look at is the rainfall total to see maybe can we get some much needed rain out of this, because we certainly need it. Let's take a look at that. So we'll go in here and we'll see. Alright, now you can see where it sits. There could be lots and lots of rain. That would definitely be enough to erase our deficit. However, further to the west, we may only see 1 to 2 inches of rain, but that's still respectable, and it's still something that would really alleviate this drought that we are in right now, because we just haven't had much rain lately. Like I said, our ice slips running about 3.5 inches below normal as far as rainfall goes. And I think if we look at the climatology for even for this month, we're still below normal ice slip. So this would bring some much needed rain to our area. But the bad news is that it'll also bring, we won't clear out at all. So we'll look at the clouds, and I'll get to the temperatures too. So you can see we just don't clear out at all. It's clear to the west. Like if you were upstate in Albany, you might have clear weather, but we just get stuck in the clouds. And by the time that moves out, the next system moves in, bringing more clouds, and then we'd probably have to wait till maybe Sunday or Monday before we have a clear day again. So we'd have to wait a while before we get some sunshine in here. If this solution is what is correct, of course. And I will look at the other model too, which is the ICON model. We'll look at that too, because we have to look at a lot of different models to see what's going to be happening with this storm. Now, the other thing that we're going to have to look at also is the wind. So let's see the wind. Let's see the wind here. 10 meter wind. So that's the other thing I want to look at. See if this thing's going to be generating a lot of wind at all. And that's how we can tell if it's tropical in nature. Oh, it will be generating some wind. But it doesn't look tropical in nature, the wind field. It looks like more of a typical nor'easter type of deal. But you can see you could have some strong winds on this side here of it. It gets wrapped up. Look at these strong winds. It could become something tropical. Look at some of these strong winds here. You have maximum sustained winds offshore, and the east end could get in on this too. So this could cause a lot of beach erosion, and maybe some power outages too if this thing sets up in the right way. That's for sure. So see, it's a 1003 MB low. It's not tremendously low, but it's low enough. And that's the GFS, of course, which has a tendency to underestimate these things. So let's go, and I will look at the ICON model next. So let's see what this ICON does with this. So let's see. So the ICON also seems to be in agreement that it just kind of sits there, and then sits there for a little bit, and then moves away. Let's see the rain. See where it has the rain field. There's the rain field touching us, not quite getting to us. See, this has the potential to bring some rain. Look at how wrapped up it gets. I'm telling you, this thing can get wrapped up. And unfortunately, the NAM doesn't really go far enough out for us to see what's going to happen. That looks pretty wrapped up to me. So the NAM, or I'll look at the NAM 3 kilometer. And just this only goes out to Wednesday. You can see the NAM just keeps it a little further offshore. Here's that front that's going to come through on Monday. Okay, so let's. So we have a lot to talk about in the weather. That's why we're going to do a weather update. Let's look at the cloud conditions. And I'm just curious about this. I don't think the NAM clears us out either, but we'll just see. Yeah, it just kind of keeps us stuck in the clouds. So there was supposed to be a big high that was supposed to build in and push this out, but the big high is not materializing in the same way. Alright, so let's look at the European model. It's the EC. And it doesn't go that far out. So that's the 12Z. We need the 0Z. The Euro here. Let's see. There it is. Euro seems a little more progressive. Euro just moves it out. Euro just moves it out. So if it was up to the Euro, it would just be moving out. Wasn't that interesting? So we have two different solutions here. Very interesting. So we don't know what's going to happen, pretty much. The saying is, we don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to look at, let's look at windy.com. Alright, so we're going to look at the Euro and the wind gusts. Let's see, the reason why I'm looking at this is I want to see how this thing's going to form. So let's move this along to Tuesday. Let's see. There it is. See the signature of it right there. There it is. There. Could this be a tropical system? That's the question. Alright, so it does have it sit there. The Euro has it sitting there. Oh, it does have it sitting there. Alright, has it something? Has something there, right? It's just, I don't know if that's just a front or what. Well, it looks differently than what I saw on the. I think you can see there's some pretty strong wind gusts that could affect our area here, up into the 30s and 40s. Yeah, I can clearly see the circulations. So that's weird. The Euro, what we saw on the other model and this one is different. You can see it has it just sitting there. But according to this, if we go to clouds, let's see. According to this, we'd have a clear day Tuesday. Wednesday, the clouds would roll in. Thursday. This is a different model. I don't normally use this. That's why you're hearing a lot of silence from me. Yeah, so this is a different site and a different. It seems like I'm looking at a different model. It says I'm looking at the Euro, but so sure of that. I'm not so sure of that. That's what it says. So unless maybe this is the latest Euro. That could be. Well, anyway, let's go back to tropical tidbits and look at the temperatures. Like I said, so we're gonna have to watch this low, and we're gonna have to watch this low and see what's gonna be happening, because again, this has the potential to be something, and we're going to have to watch it. I don't know if the Hurricane Center is going to be watching it too. So let's go into tomorrow. Tonight, temperatures warm up because we have some warm air coming in ahead of the cold front. Tomorrow, we're going to get up into the mid-70s, and then this front moves through, but then stalls offshore. So now we're down into the mid-60s for Tuesday, and then you can clearly see that circulation, and it could be quite a raw day on Wednesday. Temperatures only in the mid-50s. and then you can see we're still in the raw air here. Look at this heat building. You can see the signature of this thing on the GFS, and then same thing for Friday, cool temperatures too, and then it finally pulls out of here, and temperatures warm up a little more. It's around normal, mid 60s for this time of the year. Now we'll look at the dew points, and we'll see what the dew points are going to be doing. So your dew points are going to be coming up tomorrow, probably a little higher than that. And then, boom, the dry air does come in, and we get into it, but the front, like I said, kind of gets hung up to the south, and then there's that circulation there. So we have some really strong winds, and this could be some type of hybrid nor'easter tropical system, that we're going to have to watch very closely. So I'm just going to look at the NAM dew points, and look at that. You can see it's only going to be tomorrow's going to be quite humid before that front moves through. But when that front moves through, look at that. It's a pretty fine line between the dry air and not. And where those two meet, there could be thunderstorms. So that's another thing we'll have to keep an eye on too. So you know what? I'm going to have to also look at the Ventu sky. Look at the Cape. See what the Cape has for tomorrow afternoon. Doesn't have it that high at all. So, doesn't have it that high, but the potential's there. Or at least you have the heavy showers. So the last thing I want to show you, just earthnullschool.net and the water temperatures offshore. And then that'll wrap up this weather update, show you why we're going to have to watch this. Oh, look. That is still, what is this? Is that still Lorenzo sitting over here? Who knows? Could be. I'm not even looking at that. I got my hands full in this weather update. Alright, so it's the ocean. Yeah, some big waves over there. Sea surface temperature anomaly. Yep, warmer than normal water. Yep. There you go. 3.8 Celsius above normal. That's 7 degrees Fahrenheit above normal. 7 degrees. See right there. 7 degrees Fahrenheit above normal. This is why we got to watch this thing, because it could get tropical characteristics. And the actual water temperature is quite warm. Wow, 80. So you have some 80-degree water temperatures offshore where this thing is going to be. It's not only until you move a little closer that goes below 80. So, yeah, we're going to have to watch tropical activity for a tropical system off the coast this week. So that does conclude this weather update. I want to thank you for watching. I know it's been a little longer than normal, but we do have a lot going on. So I'll keep you posted. And thank you for watching.